senioritis is never wanting to get up out of bed. Just, the day's just dreary, dark, just constant, all I want to do is leave, sleep, never want to get up. That's senioritis.
So the teacher that I think I probably would compare the most to at university, probably Mr. Cyric, maybe Maury.
Okay, I will always remember when Lauren Bouncel spilled my own pee accidentally.
You want me to describe senioritis? No way.
I've changed from having emo bangs to only wearing black.
Who has taught me the most when I go to university? I would go with Andy Benson.
Senioritis is your physics grade dropping in half overnight.
Oh, it might change.
This is what I achieved.
University was the best place for me to graduate from. I've tried other places. And the thing that's different about university is the teachers don't want to make you hurt with the homework. They don't think that high school should be a bad thing that you just have to put up with to gain life experience.
Senioritis. This video is too much work. That's
We're gonna do it.
Who's taught me the most? Crawley.
Senioritis is leaving with your friends to California in the middle of the school year.
I'll always remember Rodrigo Espinosa.
The teacher I compare myself to is Mr. Crawley. He's got a charming sense of humor, he likes button-ups, and we have the same haircut. Yeah.
An unexpected lesson I learned from university was if it's not yours, don't touch it, ever.
I will always remember my freshman year when Ezra pulled up his computer on the projector and his background was the furry Team Fortress background. And that has not left my brain since.
Why was university the best place for me to graduate from? Because it's the only high school I graduated from.
So I was thinking about how I've changed since I first came to university. And when I first came here, it was J-term and I transferred in and I came in for a 7:30 a.m. AP class. And I walked in and there was fans everywhere and the only person in sight was this weird older kid named Jacob Thurman. And I walked in and I started talking to him and the only way I've really changed is I've just gotten more confused. How is he still here? When will he graduate? I don't know, but I guess only time will tell.
An unexpected lesson I learned at university was how to sleep through every class. Eric taught me that. What about you, Eric?
I would describe the senioritis as that feeling where you start to realize that the amount of effort you are putting into your schoolwork isn't worth what it feels to you, to where you could just be doing something else like relaxing or chilling out.
What is senioritis? Senioritis is when you not do your homework.
The first time I rolled into university, I was around Mount Rebound. And now, I'm a brick house. You know I flex here?
I will always remember how in AP Physics, Ezra overturned a box full of tennis balls in the outdoor classroom and it just rained. It was wonderful.
Senioritis is a transition from doing your homework the night before to doing it the morning of.
I compare myself to Mrs. Dorn's school because we both love Mr. Thomas.
Describe senioritis as not wanting to come to school every day.
I will always remember the time I found a mixtape on the streets of Detroit.
Senioritis is when the fear stops.
The ways I've changed since freshman year have included I don't wear a hat anymore. I would never have shaved my head or worn a weird Frankenfurter costume in front of a whole bunch of people freshman year, but I have done all those things now and I have no fear.
My favorite moment was when we were the two best JV senior captains for the soccer team.
Well, aside from the more obvious physical changes in the past 4 years since my person, I would say that I've changed and grown as a student in innumerable ways. But
I will always remember Hank the Pug wearing a different outfit each and every day.
The way I've changed throughout my 4 years at University High School is I'm a different person from the person that I came in as to the person I'm walking out as.
University was the best place for me to graduate from because, especially having gone to another school and then coming back, I know that this is one of the only places I can have the freedom to be who I want to be and do all the things that I want to do and explore all the things that I probably wouldn't have at other schools.
What I'm going to miss most about university is 6th period astronomy.
The faculty member I would compare myself to is Derek Thomas because it's self-explanatory.
University has changed me for the better by giving me a lot of opportunities I never would have had before I got here and meeting many new people I wouldn't have if I hadn't been here.
What I'll miss most about coming here every day, probably seeing my mentor. We basically have daily mentor meetings and those are kind of what get me through the day.
Being a trailblazer has definitely changed me for the better because I've learned a lot about myself in my time here. I've definitely become more comfortable with leading and stepping up and just getting to know my classmates.
I would want to say to my mentor, thanks for putting up with me even though I know I am not the easiest person to deal with.
I think university was the best place for me to graduate from because it showed me what a good community really feels like to be a part of.
I'm thankful for my mentor putting up with me after I missed mentoring meetings.
I will always remember winning the Vincent's Holiday Classic tournament in my junior year.
I would compare myself to Jake Thurman because we are both very sarcastic and enjoy kind of dark memes. And we're pretty quiet until you get to know us, so thanks, Jake.
Since I've come here to university, my perspective on different topics and ideas have broadened just because of the relationships I've culminated with the people that I've met here.
The person who has taught me the most has been Henry. Through independent studies and going to Sundance, he has taught me so much about film. He's so talented and I've been so lucky to have him as a mentor.
I'd like to say thank you very much to my mentor, Mr. Anonymous. He actually helped me a lot during these 3 years about my life, also my academic life. Yeah, thank you.
One thing I want to say to my mentor, Mr. Crawley, is that you make amazing music, so thank you for being the beat catcher.
I believe university was the best place for me to graduate from because coming in as a transfer from McCutcheon High School, I went from being this small fish in a huge ocean to a small fish in a little pond, which helped me to better gain connections with people and build my self-confidence and figure out who I wanted to be, who I wanted to become. I would like to say to my mentor, Nancy Webster, thank you so much. You've done so much for me and I just so appreciate it. Thank you.
University High School was the best place for me to graduate from because they were very accepting of me as a transfer student in 9th grade.
What I'm going to miss most about University High School is seeing my mentor every day, seeing the faces of everyone here, the morning meetings, and just the sense of community as a whole.
What I'll miss most about coming here every day is the engaging conversations with my teachers and my peers.
How I've changed since I've gotten to University High School, I've been more appreciative of my education.
I will always remember making the tennis videos with Bronwyn and Audrey after the tennis match.
I will always remember the time I watched a whole season of Back to the Barnyard freshman year in April.
I will always remember sophomore year during my J term in France, almost missing the flight coming from France back to America, and everyone being really worried about if we were going to make it back and if we were ever going to be back in Indiana again.
University High School was the best place for me to graduate because I met some great people, I learned some great life skills, and I know I'll be super prepared for college.
I will always remember playing soccer here at university. I'll always remember the games, getting ready, all the fun practices we had, especially with the coaches. So it's a good time.
Who's taught me the most would be Chuck Webster because he's taught me how to be a much better writer.
The difference between the first time I walked in and the last time I walked out was that I'm a lot more confident and a lot less like nerdy and shy now.
I'll always remember soccer.
Yeah, the faculty member I'd most compare myself to is probably Henry Johnston because we both went to the same college and we both like film, so.
The
teacher that's taught me the most in University High School would be Mr. Bradley. Due to just being able to learn just a ton of history and being able to apply that, and also my writing skills greatly developed in this class.
I will always remember how welcoming everyone was when I first transferred.
Who has taught me the most since I've been here at university? I would say Chris Shepard. She's taught me the importance of relationships with friends and family.
Max has taught me the most at University High School because she has helped me to become a better writer.
The thing that I want to say to my mentor is thanks, Kirsten, for being the best mentor out there. You've really been great. I'm going to miss you so much next year. I will always remember going to Costa Rica for our J-term yoga retreat.
I will always remember in my sophomore year Greek books class, Audrey Geipel convinced Chuck to let us watch She's the Man because the characters are named after the characters in 12th Night.
So who's taught me the most love at university? I would have to say my friends. When I first got here, it was really weird, awkward like everybody else. And then over time, as we all kind of got older, we started talking to more people, but at the same time, we started getting closer to each other. And I changed with them, and they changed with me, and that's about it.
I always remember when Wes told me to keep running faster and to keep going against Anderson Prep, but I couldn't because I had a hole in my lung. So, thanks, Wes.
One thing I'd want to say to Mrs. Summit is thank you for pushing me outside of my comfort zone. I know it was hard to do freshman year, but I really appreciate it now. So thank you. I will always remember coming back after curfew in Ireland on our J-term and bribing Maury and Mrs. Adams with donuts from this little donut shack, and I'll just remember all the experiences I gained here. So I want to thank Mr. Thurman for being the best mentor I could have had, and for being such a cool teacher even in 7th grade, because I can honestly say without you I wouldn't have come to university. So thank you, you're the best, and I know that's just my opinion, but like you say, some opinions are right, and that one is.
What I'd like to say to my mentor is, Taylor, I know I've given you a lot of crap for being my second mentor and not really having a job here and kind of slacking off on being a mentor all year, but you've pretty much been one of my mentors for the past 4 years of high school, and even though it's more official this year, I'm really happy that you and I could be mentor-mentees this year. So thank you.
That's something I'd say to Mr. Thurman, my mentor. Try to take care of yourself. Don't forget, like the talks, brush your teeth twice a day. Groom your beard. I don't want to have to pick out lice again. Maybe stop wearing all flannel. You're a middle-aged man, not a desperate and alone teenager. Yeah, good luck, Jake. I'll miss you.
What I'd like to say to my mentor, Maddie, is thank you for smiling at me every time I walked into your office. Thanks for creating such a safe space and college counseling for everybody. And most of all, thank you for being such a good friend.
Bozo and I would like to say congratulations to the class of 2017. You guys ain't clowning around. You've really been larger than life. I love you all. I wish you the best of luck in college. Best advice, go to class. If you go to class, it will solve everything. And if you don't go to class, I'll punch you in the nose.
Class of 2017, thank you. Thank you for always helping in admissions. Thank you for always just helping me. Thank you for what you did on the athletic field, in the classroom, on the stage, in community service. Thank you for being a group of kids who will always remain in my heart. You guys are great, and I'm going to miss you.
So to the seniors, I knew you at the start as the big class, and now I have come to know you as the nice class. The effect you've had on the school is to take the culture and expand it and deepen it and authenticate it and make us better on the human being stuff that matters so much to me. What I have to say to you is thank you.
Hey fellow seniors, Jonathan Wiersma here. I'd say the teacher that I most compare myself to is Mr. Thurman. Oh, here he comes.